but novel is new literary form, and it was a birth, you can say that, or we can born in England, who get birth and born in or England, and due to he has not any history, and it was, and that's why it was a new, and it was a novelty in the field of literature, and from novelty it is navinya, and from novelty it becomes the novel. And these are the characteristics, you can say these are the elements due to that the birth of the novel. We discuss about them. The first one we have to then say there was decline of the drama, then we have to say that interest of the women, and that's not the rise of the novel, or the literary ratio of the middle class was upgraded. 51, availability of the books market at 6, and 6 is industrial revolution. And these are the, due to this reason people have the hard work, they have the less time, and it becomes very popular. And due to that, okay, we can discuss about those are the reasons. Now we can discuss about that, which are the contributor of the novel. We can say that these are the causes for the rise of the novel. And નવલકથાના જન્મ માટેના કારણોની ચર્ચા કરી. So who are the contributor in the development of the novel? Generally, here once again, whenever I discuss about, yes, my friends, paper 5, introduction to the foundation course of literary criticism. Paper 5, foundation course of literary criticism. In dear friend, here unit 3, I have to discuss about, yes, plot, theme, character, satire, and many more. Okay, my dear friend, during that time I have to say about that. There are the 4 wheel of the novel. Yes, my dear friend, 4 wheel of novel. Do you remember that? Yes, first one, Samuel Richardson. Second one, Henry Fielding. Third one, you can see Tobias Smollett. And fourth one, Lawrence Stearns. These are the 4 wheel of, these are the, we can say that, 4 wheel of novel. You can make, you have to try to find out the short form of that. You can generally easily get, rush. You can R, F, S, S. You can see, I can that out. You can make the rush. And these are the R, F, double S. You can make the form of, these are short form of R for Richardson, F for Fielding, S for Smollett, S for Stern. R, F double R, F double S. That easily for that, just like, yes friends, we can use the short form of Hawthorne from the Shakespeare great tragedy. In the same way, we have used that ref, R for Richardson, F for Fielding, and S double S for Stern and Smollett. Okay, dear. Now these are the 4. Okay. Now we can discuss about that. It is said on the history of novel. Before the 16th century, the first novel, Onlooker. A band, the writer of the band who wrote the Onlooker, and sometimes some of the critics say that in the 16th century it is written the Onlooker is the first novel then. But it was like a prose style writing, but it was not a, he has an imagination, fantasy, but it is not a novel. It was, we can mention that a perfect novel. Then also some say that Don Quixote it is also the, it has also the form, some we can say realism and fantasy and adventure. Due to that, some critics say that it is also just like a novel in 1612. But, and then comes the Pilgrim Progress. Pilgrim Progress, John Bunyan, the novel Pilgrim Progress, it is to a religious kind of a prose work. And it is also, some critics say that it is a novel. Up to 16th and 17th century, these are the books, they are somehow, we can say that they are the footmark. Yes, my dear friend, a pagla hata on this track, a well set concrete road was developed by. These are the four wheel of novel. Yes, my dear friends. These are the rough footmark of payment. We have to somehow prepare by this novel or the birth of the novel. પગદંડી અથવા એવો પગ માર્ગો અથવા પગે ચાલી શકે એવો રસ્તો રફ રસ્તો જે બનાવવાનું કામ કર્યું હોય તો આ 16મી સદીમાં ઓન લુકર Pilgrim Progress આ નોવેલે કર્યું હતું પણ એને પરફેક્ટ બર્થ ઓફ ધ નોવેલ વોઝ ડેવલપ બાય ધીસ ફોર રિચાર્ડસન બિલ્ડિંગ small and rough. Okay, in that is 1740 Richardson wrote the first novel. Richardson wrote his first novel, Pamela. Here Richardson wrote his first novel, Pamela. So what happened that Richardson was not very highly educated person. He was not, we can say, to get the higher education, but he has good command over the language. He wrote the very simple kind of the language because due to the less of the education, he was very fond of writing the novel. He is fond of writing the letter. Sometimes in his youth he can write down the love letter of the you can say the sophisticated or wealthy woman and due to on the sake of their name he write down the letter to their husband, their lover, and he is fond of writing the novel. Some of his friends, they are the publisher. That time there was a publication houses of the books due to the development of printing machine. So these are friend advisors to Richardson. Why are you not write down a letter, an imaginary letter, and we are publishing the letter in our magazine or our, we can say that, in the book form. And then this kind of the temperament or this kind of the inspiration or we can say that tempos inspired Richardson to write down the letter. And from the letter he write down the first novel in a epistolary form or series of letter writing. We discuss about it there. And that first novel is the novel of, we can say that, Pamela or Virtues Your Way. And due to this popularity of these novels, because the class of woman class, they are appreciated, or even the church, they are also very appreciated that novel due to the, we can say, the chastity of women, or we can say the religious or virtuous kind of the theme. They are very, and here there was you use the epistolary or we can say the series of letter or letter writing style. And gradually it was a story of, discuss about the Pamela, Mr. Bobby, and about that. Finally then people have in the whole of the England, you can say the people are talking about that novel Pamela. And then due to the success of the Pamela, he write down the second novel, Clarissa. He can write down the second novel, Clarissa. That was also based on the feminine virtues. And here in this kind of the novel, he can gradually, due to the simplicity of language, people are easily understand. Those are the middle class people, they are not highly educated. Because you know about that, the poetry is not a matter of or a cup of tea for the middle class or we can say the less educated people to understand that. It was not simple. Poetry was written in a very, you can say, the most artificial way, because the hand of the Alexander Pope and John Dryden, and it's not easy to read or understand, because it's not easy to, even that ordinary people or middle class people read the poetry, but it's not easy to understand that, because it was due to this, we can say, the difficult vocabulary or complexity to understand it, and that's why the novel is as the first one. Richardson wrote in a very simple language. Due to the simplicity of the language and narration or explanation, it doesn't require much more to understand. It is easily understandable and enjoyable, and we can taste. You can enjoy the taste of the literature or literary form of novel. And And that's why the Samuel Richardson, Pamela and Clarissa, it becomes too much popular. But during that time, the one other second complete writer, Henry Fielding, he began his career as a dramatist. He wrote the drama, but his drama was not, we can say, very highly appreciated or meritable. But due to that, they are very average kind of drama. On the other side, there was a decline in the form of the drama. And whenever he understand or he realized the popularity of the novel in the hand of the Richardson, he switched over from dramatist to he become the novelist. And he first of all he know about that he doesn't like that was the feminine chastity and virtues of feminine chastity and virtues of the women. And that's why what happened that he write down he can say that not only women, men are also the virtuous and chaste. And that time he write down in that try to make the parody of the Richardson Pamela. He write down the first novel Joseph Andrews. He write down the first novel Joseph Andrews, and here he tried to justify that he tried to justify the man as a virtuous. He started the beginning of the novel of the parody, but here change his track. He can develop a new form of literature. Just here to say that first Samuel Richardson. Later writing, he can develop the comic epic in a prose, or he can develop the new form of literature, comic epic in a prose. And here the novel becomes we can say novel of the highway. It becomes a novel of the highway, and in this way there was a new. And after that, the popularity of Clarissa and Pamela, he can also try to write down the Richardson style. But Richardson was write on a natural way because he has not any kind of followed any kind of technique. But Henry Fielding was very highly educated person. He know about the technique and which kind of the language, how to develop the character, how to build up the plot. And he know very well. That's why he was write down very systematic way the novel, and he used a different technique, we can say very successfully in his literary poet. We can say the reflection of the Pamela and Clarissa. He wrote down he know about that the humans and people are appreciated the feminine character. That's why he write down Shamila and Emily. He write down the other two novels